Okay, so today I want to start by trying to seat the servo inside the bike, finding a place to put the ESC, the receiver, battery goes underneath. I want to start by a little pin inside of here. I want to start by pulling that out. Just going to use a pair of pliers, basically break it off so I can seat the servo a little bit lower. And that is it. So now when we sit our servo inside, it sits lower. Could put the forks on. Sits in there quite nicely. I will have to find a method to fix it down, probably just a little bit double-sided tape. Try and make sure the shell fits over the top, not causing no issues. Seems like it fits. I might have to cut some of this away, possibly. I know I'm going to have to design some sort of special arm to hit the rider, but that just shows that's got clearance. Where is the arm? This one here. Might get a little file on that. I wonder, is it going to be as easy as this? We have our servo plugged in, our ESC plugged in. We want to get this back wheel off the ground. I know it looks like a bit of a mess with the wiring at the moment. We can sort out our cable management at a later date. Try this new battery actually. No, it's a little bit big for the bike. I don't know if you can see that, our servo turning, our wheel spinning. Don't hold me to it guys, but I think we may be onto a winner here. So yeah. So there you have it. Like I say, we got to get everything else to fit, but there's our arm on, our micro servo in. The receiver's probably going to go up behind here somewhere if I can fit it underneath the seat, which I should be able to, possibly. Still got to find somewhere for the ESC. We might even have to put it underneath one of these side panels if I can squeeze it in there. Might possibly have to cut the vent out, but I think we will be able to fit it. The only problem with this bike is everything's a squeeze. Everything's really hard to fit, but we're slowly getting it there. But I might want to put it together. I want to just see if the rider leans from left to right how it should. I think that would be quite cool. And then fit everything else on the bike and get it out for its first track run. So I've got the bike back together now. Everything seems like it's going to fit. Just plug our motors in. And we need to connect our servo to the ESC. That's correct. Just want to plug in our battery. Power on the controller. Goes nothing, I suppose. Oh yeah. And as you see, our rider links, which means, well, I'm hoping it means we have steering, which means there's no modifications needed for not quite central though. See if I can just. Here we go. Not really sure why I would want it there. Oh no, it's smoking. Oh no. I believe that was our ESC giving way. Hope it wasn't the motors. It's just going from bad to worse, guys. Okay, so worked out what that was. Thought it was the servo had gone. Turns out these motors don't like being run in reverse. As soon as I ran that in reverse, as you see, it started smoking. I don't think we've caused any long-term damage to the motor. It all seems to be working fine. I power it on. Got nice forward speed. Got both motors. No smoke all the time I'm going forward. Seems that as soon as I reverse, I get a little bit of. I think if I just. No, I don't like reversing, as you can see. I suppose everything going back together. Pin keeps falling out, fell out last time. We're going to get some nice speed out of it. So yeah, I suppose we start putting it back together in a minute. Okay, so I've just been fiddling about with it, trying to find a space to fit everything. I'm going to file the inside off a little tiny bit. And I believe my receiver can fit down in there nicely, which would be nice. Can have the aerial coming out. only thing I'm really finding or struggling to fit is the ESC. I did try fitting it under one of the side panels just to see if it give me anything to play with, but it sort of does. Where this comes out, I don't know, I might be able to put a thread in there or something and just have the panel sticking out a little bit. But yeah, that's where we are so far. Like I say, receiver's going to fit down in here nicely, fit down in the gap. Don't worry about my blue tack, that won't be there for long, or it might stay there, I don't know, if it holds everything in and holds it all in nicely. Get my receiver in, start plugging everything in. Might have to try and sit the ESC under the back, cut the seat out or something, sit it underneath. I don't know, we'll find a way, guys. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. Alright, so just filed down that inside wall just there to give me a bit more clearance. Now my receiver fits in there perfectly. Enough room up in there to put the connections on. Now it is literally just a place for the ESC, which I'm really not sure, so I think I'm just going to start plugging stuff in for now. Make sure that what I have put in so far fits, and then start trying to work out a space to fit the ESC. Yeah, a little bit stuck at the moment. Obviously, this one can reroute back round here. Not really too fussed about cable management at the moment. We can sort that out at a later date. Oh no. Leave it that way. And that one it was. Sorry about that. Oh no. Right, another problem now. That is too wide, too long even. That doesn't fit in there, so I need to sort out either shaving that out. I think that'll be the case. Just test fitting parts on the bike just to see where I can get everything. My servo, my receiver is inside. All the body fits on. The only thing I'm gonna have to do is under here, there's like a pin off the back of the fairing which stops the pin pushing out. So I'm gonna have to cut that off. I'm probably gonna have to cut this vent off a bit where it dips in. And then I believe the side fairing will hold the ESC in. I know we've got a little tiny bit poking out there, but you're not really going to notice that. Reroute all the wiring. Battery obviously goes underneath. I believe I've found a way to fit all of my components in. I'm going to give it a go in the next episode. Trying to finish putting everything in, cutting the last little bit out, and then next time you see it, we'll be on the track with it. I did order a new battery, but it turned up it was far too long to fit in the bike, so I have to use these little cheap batteries, and I haven't soldered the connector on there. But just testing, make sure it all works, could find a proper battery at some point. But yeah, there you have it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, and I know they're a little bit boring at the moment. They should get a little bit better. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. And yeah, if you can see anything wrong or anything that I'm doing, remember I'm no professional. I'm just doing this out in my shed.